Wow. Wow. What a great audience. Give yourselves another big round of applause. Well, welcome to the show. We have got a fantastic show lined up for you. We have reality and game show producer Joel Klein as our guest. Plus, we have the music of musical group Superflight. You know, speaking of musical guests, our picture of the week this week is a special picture to me. It is a picture of our sons Sawyer and Matthew, and we'll see that on the screen right there. Sawyer is the one on the right. Matthew's there playing guitar, and ever since a young age, Matthew's been playing guitar. He picked it up himself, and he also taught Sawyer how to play guitar as well. And they still continue to this day, and a little bit later on, you will be able to go ahead and listen to Matt as he takes to the stage with his band, Superflight! I love saying that. Superflight! Superflight! Hey, we've got some unbelievably talented folks at Burlington High School. Is that correct? And our first performer to go ahead and kick things off, I've watched this kid perform a couple of times, this young man perform a couple of times. It's always a pleasure. Give it up for BHS senior and beatbox artist, Jamie Hance.
All right, guys, here we go.
Thank you, Jamie. Hey, you know what? I'm right next here to Katie Ryan, who is also a senior at BHS. And Katie, you have a special talent, which is what we call happy clapping. And I hear you can kick the butt out of Andrew Staples doing this.
Oh, I can.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So go ahead and give us a demo about what this happy clapping is all about.
You just kind of go back and forth like this.
Yeah.
And do you want me to keep going?
Oh, yeah. It looks riveting.
I make a funny face, but you'll have to excuse me.
You make a funny face?
I do.
All right, go ahead. Give it your best shot. Oh, my. There it is. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for her. Katie Ryan, everybody. Oh, will the talent ever cease? I think not. Hey, throughout the season this year, we talked about a number of local school sports, but one team dominated in the game of men's basketball. Take a look at your monitors. Year, and here they are, your Burlington men's basketball state champions. Give it up for them. I am standing here with most of the entire team. I've got Matt Johnson and assistant coach Tom Barron. Guys, thank you very much for being here and bringing the guys out.
Thanks a lot for having us. You know, in 07 when we lost, you know, we were disappointed. And basically the overwhelming feeling was, damn, we're not going to be able to go on Tim's show. So this year, after winning it, it was a lot of excitement. And of course, your name popped up in the locker room a couple times.
Oh.
Wow.
I'm not sure how to take that. All right. Well, congratulations. It was fun basketball to watch. We went to a lot of the games. It was certainly exciting to see a number of the different players. We've grown up with a lot of the players, having kids in high school ourselves. And it must have been great after losing last year to come out, go 24-0. 24-0, folks. How about that? And I know that you've got, I'm seeing young Joe O'Shea there. Joe, who had the team high in points. You took that away from Tyrone Conley. Was it 45 points you got in one game? Yeah. 45 points in one game. Unreal. Now, you know what I thought was really funny is you guys kind of had a couple routines, and I know how superstitious teams can be. And you guys would always go to the mobile shortstop down on North Avenue, and you would go in there before the game and get some sandwiches. Is that correct?
That's correct. Dave Hartnett's always been good to us, yeah.
Oh, it's Dave Hartnett that's good to you?
Yeah, sometimes.
See, I thought it was because A.J. Duzablon worked there and he'd let the guys eat for free. That's not true? All right, yeah, Dave Hartnett's a great guy and he's a good community person, always helping out. And you guys would go in there and you'd always order the same sandwiches, and one of your players, a senior, Tyler Barron, he would go in there, TB is his initials, he would go in there and order the turkey bacon, TB. See the little theme going on here? So he would say to Dave all the time, hey man, why don't you name this after me? Name the sandwich after me. And Dave said, you know what, I tell you what, you win that championship game and you sink 4 3-pointers in that championship game, I'll name the damn sandwich after you. Guess what? They went to the championship game, they won it, and guess what Tyler did? He got 4 3-pointers in that game. How about that? So, here we go, officially at the mobile shortstop right now, that game. And Tyler, go ahead and raise your hand so everyone can see you out there. If you go to the mobile shortstop on North Avenue, you go in there and ask for the TB, the Tyler Barron. Take a look at what you're going to get. Ladies, bring it on out. It has officially been named the TB after Tyler Barron. It is now the turkey bacon sandwich, available only at the mobile shortstop. And look at that. How much does a sandwich like that cost? AJ, can you price that out for us? Not that big. All right. Our thanks to the mobile shortstop. This is 124 inches long, 24 for the number of wins, plus we have Coke 0 for the number of losses that they had. We're going to be passing that out to everybody here in the studio audience in just a little bit. Plus, I can tell right now by the look of our Super Duper Doppler Sky Tracker camera, it is looking for an audience member right now, so make some noise out there if you'd like to go ahead and win a prize. And when that prize lands on you, you're going to have that chance to win a fabulous prize here on the prize wheel. And it looks like we've got an audience member. So let's go ahead right now. Do we have an audience member yet? I think we do. We have an audience member. And there he is right now. They have found him. So let's go ahead and have the lovely Miss Jen go ahead and spin that wheel. All kinds of prizes up on the prize wheel. We're going to add mobile shortstop up there next year. And let's find out what it's going to land on. It's landed on Pauline's Cafe, and here's Jamie Pauley to tell you what you've won.
It's a $50 gift card to Pauline's Cafe and Restaurant, Shelburne Road, South Burlington, home of 25 years worth of Maine crab cakes. Check us out online at paulinescafe.com at 1834 Shelburne Road. Now back to Tim Kavanagh.
All right, thank you very much, Jamie Pauley. Plus, we're throwing in this. It's a jar of Jed's Maple Mud. It's delicious, made in Vermont. If you go to jedsmaple.com, be sure to tune into the Wizard Rocks 106.7 WIZN for details about upcoming shows. We'll be right back with a lot more Late Night Saturday. Welcome back to the show. Hey, that was fun getting a chance to bring the basketball team out here, and thanks again to the mobile shortstop. Be sure to visit. It's a great place for good food and gas. All right. Comcast is bringing the Animal Planet Expo, which is going to be a free event, free parking as well, to the Champlain Valley Expo on June 21st. It's a great family event, and folks are even welcome to bring their own leashed pets, which means that Mark Pogat can go to it. There will be that's right, there's going to be all kinds of fun activities and games, and all about animals. And because the event of our friends at Comcast have given us some of these furry friends, look at these meerkats, to hand out to some of our members of the studio audience. So here we go. Up we go. Oh, yeah. I see Katie Ryan got one. All right. We'll throw some more of those out in a couple of minutes. But let's go ahead. Let's bring our guest out here. Tonight's guest has spent the last 2 decades working in Hollywood on shows like Hollywood Squares, Family Feud, and most recently, Fear Factor. Known in the industry as the game show guy, please welcome Joel Klein. You want to do that?
Dick Van Dyke.
You want to trip right over it?
Yeah, but only you would know the reference.
I would know the reference, absolutely. The game show guy.
Game guy.
Oh, the game guy?
Yeah, it sounds better.
Does it?
Yeah.
Game guy.
Doesn't it sound better than game show guy?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. You've been doing it for 20 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fear Factor being the most recent one.
Yeah, well, yeah, pretty much so, for what people know. I did a lot of pilots and stuff afterwards, and some poker shows and things like that afterwards. But,
how was the poker show? Was that a fun show to produce? Because you're a poker fanatic.
Well, it was a lot of fun because I got to our host was Phil Locke, who, if people know, is the Unabomber in the professional poker players.
That sounds like a friendly guy.
Well, he puts on the hood and he gets crazy and he does all these things. But he, so it was fun playing poker with him and doing things like that with him. So, I mean, he's nuts that he knows. I mean, you put down cards and he's like, oh, you got a 72% chance of winning. Oh, you got a 14% chance of winning.
Is he counting cards?
No, he just knows that if those 2 cards, that combo, what the chances are of the flop coming and what you could get and win, and he just calculates it that quickly.
That quickly?
Yeah.
Wow. But he's not counting. And it's not because it's pre-taped and you saw it already.
No.
You never know how these work.
Well, no. He does have a little IFB in his ear, and I would talk to him sometimes, but I would never tell him what the cards were.
All right, yeah, like we believe that. You're a producer.
I would never tell him.
You're paid to lie. Hey, so you moved to Vermont. You're living in Williston with your wife Abby and your kids.
Yeah.
How's life in Vermont versus LA?
It's a little slower. It's a little different. You know, in Williston, my son does gymnastics in Winooski, and people at Williston always go, "You're gonna drive all the way to Winooski?" And I'm like, "It's like 12 minutes." It's like, you know, they're like, "Wow."
And probably 6 with the way you people drive.
Yeah, and so they're like, "Oh, we saved our Winooski trip for like once a month or something like that," and I'm like,
Your
really?
Winooski trip.
Yeah, you know, Costco and all that stuff. So it's,
wait till they go on vacation to Milton, folks.
So, but we, you know, but yeah, it's great because we, you know, we have a pond in our neighborhood.
Yep.
That we skated on this winter.
We talked about that. I was going to bring my sailboat out on it.
I know, you should.
I think we should. I think that would be fun. You know, we've got you've done a lot in the industry. We mentioned a couple of the shows. We've got some footage that we want to show as we continue talking. You can explain a little bit underneath the video as we go ahead and roll that. And I think the first one up is the poker. Isn't that the poker show right there? Oh, no, it's not.
It's one way of playing poker.
That is one way of playing poker.
That's actually screenplay.
Now, screenplay, this is based on scenes from actual movies, is that correct?
Well, what screenplay was a show that I created after I did Fear Factor, where I love doing Fear Factor. We did a lot of great stunts, and it was a lot of fun. But there was never a reason why we did those stunts.
Okay. And
I'm a big TV fan and movie fan, and so the idea of screenplay came from, let's take scenes from movies that we our favorite scenes, and then let's create games and stunts based off of it.
Okay.
And one of the when I pitched the show, I pitched it with, I don't know if you remember the old I Love Lucy episode when she eats the chocolates.
Yep.
That was the stunt that I pitched. I go, we show Lucy eating chocolates off the conveyor belt, our contestants will have to do it. We show Keanu Reeves having to jump from a bus to a bus in speed. We do that as a stunt.
And what network did this play on?
E.
On E?
Yeah.
And how many seasons you did?
We had one season,
One
13,
season.
13 episodes.
And then it just fell apart? It just didn't have the viewership? Because I know all about good viewership. That's Late Night Saturday for you folks.
It was, you know, bad timing. We premiered against the NBA Finals.
Oh.
We got shuffled around time periods. We were on 3 different time periods in the first 4 weeks.
So you can't even build an audience on,
yeah,
on something like that.
audience didn't even know we were on.
What about a favorite show? What's been your favorite show to produce out of all the game shows and reality shows?
The screenplay was probably my favorite because I created it, it was my show, and I actually had my staff that I had put together was my favorite staff. It was all my favorite people I had worked with were all on that show.
Okay.
But then Fear Factor also was great because we got to do bigger stunts, and you know, every Monday night we had 17 million viewers.
Wow.
So a little bit less than Late Night Saturday. But so it was great when you go out and, you know, Fear Factor, oh, people know it. You know, it was a lot better than when you know, some of the other shows when, you know, people don't know, you don't get the ratings and things like that. But that one, you know, and we got to do a lot of, you know, I got to do things. I mean, I was in helicopters, I was up on roofs, I was, you know, I was all over the place where we had access to things that, you know, you just don't get to do, so.
Well, and speaking of doing things and having access to things, Joel brought along what are known as mealworms. I'll hold these up right now. I've got a shot glass full of mealworms. And basically, what are these?
They're mealworms.
Which means what? They're like larvae. Larvae?
They actually, I think they become beetles.
These become beetles?
I think so.
Nice. All right, so Joel has agreed that he is going to go, because they would create these games and then you would try the games.
No, I would have our production assistants try the games.
And playing the part of the production assistant tonight is Joel Klein.
I did try these a couple times, only because I thought it was only fair. And the first time I ever tried something was actually maggots.
Oh.
It was the first time I tried it, which were actually really, really easy to eat.
Okay.
They just pop.
They pop?
Yeah. And so, and you take a spoonful of them and I let them crawl in the tongue a little bit, and then you kind of,
like a mouthful of zits.
But you know what? But you know what? You would actually find very, very funny. The day that I ate those, I was at we had that in the morning. We tasted them, and I'm like, okay, we did all that, and I ate like a couple spoonfuls of maggots and stuff. And then later on that afternoon, we had ordered lunch from this restaurant down the street.
And you found yourself being hungrier and hungrier.
Well, no,
because the maggots were eating the lunch out of him.
Well, no, the food came. And it was a restaurant we had never eaten at before. And it was so bad that I threw my food out because it was so disgusting. And my staff still laughs at me today going, you ate maggots, but you wouldn't eat the Chinese food. So it was like, but it was a bad restaurant.
So go ahead, show us how you're going to go ahead and devour one of these guys.
Well, when you eat these, you got to make sure that you chew them up so that you kill them, so that they don't try crawling back up out of your throat. Okay. Which was always key when we went, like the cockroaches.
Yeah.
We always told everybody, you got to make sure you chew them up because they have claws and they will fight and try to come back up and
rip apart your esophagus.
And they will scratch your esophagus.
All right, pop that in. Let's see what happens. There it goes. Down. Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, and I heard it. Yeah.
You got to get a good pop.
So he's going to continue to enjoy these. We have set up 2 Burlington High School students. They're on our stage right now with the lovely Miss Jen Jen, and they have a tray of mealworms themselves, and they have agreed to go ahead and eat mealworms for a prize. They don't know what they're going to win right now, but let's go ahead and open up the covers right now. There's a plate of mealworms for each of them. Yep. And the first person to go ahead and finish their plate, we have got a prize. So audience, let's count them down from 3. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God. Oh. All right. All right, so they both completely devoured them, is that correct? Just like that? Well, I think that it's only fair that we give them each a prize. Don't you agree? So here's what we're going to do to both of you. We are going to provide both of you each with a $100 gift certificate to the University Mall. Thank you guys very much. We've got a lot more Late Night Saturday when we come back right after this. Stick around. Musical guests have been proving themselves as a local jam band with gigs ranging from local radio stations to performing at higher ground. Give it up for Superflight. am here with Superflight. This is an unbelievable band from Burlington High School. And right to my right is my son, Matthew. Matt, good job, bud. All right, Matt, go ahead. Why don't you introduce the guys?
You say, oh, okay. Well, I'm Matt Kavanagh. That's Nick Caruth, Travis Hunt, and Noah Calder-Rafferty on drums.
Give it up for them one more time. That's right. They're all seniors. Now, you guys get together and have been playing for quite a bit. You've gotten to do some radio gigs and played at Higher Ground. What's coming up next?
We got a Spring Fest in a couple weeks. We got Burlington Tech, and then the mobile guy just asked us to play at the waterfront when we're downstairs, so I guess we're doing that.
Well, thank goodness for the mobile guy then. All right, well, Matt, thanks very much. Thanks for bringing the guys on. This has been our show for you tonight. Our musical guest, Superflight, they're going to be playing you out. Plus, thanks to my guest, Joel Klein, the Burlington High School basketball team, Jamie Hance, and Katie Ryan with that super clapping that she had going on. Continue to support local artists just like the folks you've seen here tonight. We'll see you next time on Late Night Saturday.